A line drawn from the center to the surface is called radius. And from one end to another end that passing through the center of the sphere is called diameter. So please note this for me. The diameter, which is d, is 2 lots of radius, which is 2 times radius, or 2r. So we know that the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. So please note this rule for me. Find the surface area of the Earth correct to 1 decimal place. So we know that the surface area SA of the Earth, because it's a sphere, which is 4 pi r square. So all we need to do now is to substitute the value in. So which is 4 pi times 6400 kilometers. So which is square. So now I just put that in a calculator. So 4 shift pi times 6400 square. So this is it. So 514718540.4. So just write this down first. So which is 514718540.4 square kilometers. That's the surface area. Now to read this, you can break this number up. 1, 2, 3. You break it up. 1, 2, 3. Break this up. And this is hundreds. This is thousands. And this is million. So 554,718,540.4 square kilometers, if you like. Please pause the video and try to do this one yourself and find the surface area of this sphere correct to 1 decimal place. See if you can. To do this, first of all, we know that the rule is surface area is equal to 4 pi r square. So 4 pi times the radius, which is 7.2 square. So now just put that in a calculator. So put in calculator, just press 4 shift pi times 7.2 square, which give me 651.4406 and so on. But we write in 1 decimal place, so the answer is equal to 651.4 square centimeters. Find the exact surface area of this sphere. So please pause the video and try to do this one yourself if you think you can do this. Now we know that the surface area is equal to 4 pi r square. Now from all the way from this end to this end, so therefore this is the diameter, which is 16 is equal to diameter. So the radius is half of diameter, which is all the way from here to here, which is half of 16 is 8. So therefore, which is equal to 4 pi times 8, but 8 square, the radius square. So because they want to work out the exact value of the surface area, so the exact value is 8 square times 4. So just put in a calculator. So 8, I'll just bring calculator up first. So 4 times 8 square. So give me 256. So the answer is 256 pi, and the unit is square centimeters. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. We know that the radius of this soccer ball R is half of a diameter, but the diameter is 12. So therefore, the radius is half of 12, which is 6. And we know that the surface area of a soccer ball, because of a sphere, so which is 4 pi r square. So 4 pi, the radius is 6, so which is times by 6 square. That's it. So now we just put that in a calculator. So 4 times 6 square, which give me 144. So the answer is 144 pi square centimeters. To find the surface area of this half of sphere, so first of all, we know that the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. But at the moment, we only need to find half of it, so which is times by a half. So that will give me all this surface area around the curve. But then we need to add this on top as well. The top is pi r square. It's a circle, so pi r square. So we can simplify this. So we can half of 4, which is 2. So which is 2 pi r square plus pi r square. So we can add them up, which is 3 pi r square. So now the surface area is 3 pi times the radius square, which is 10 square. So if I want to write in exact form or in terms of pi, so I can just quickly do 10 square is 100, 100 times 3, so 300 pi square centimeters. That is exact. Of course, you can do without simplifying algebra. You can simply just put in a calculator as well. So let's say I'm not going to simplify. So first of all, surface area is 4 pi r square times a half, which is give you the curve here. And then you add the top, which is a circle, pi r square. So I can simply just put them in, so which is 4 pi times 10 square times a half, which is add pi times 10 square. Of course, you can simplify now, or you can just use calculator. So to work out in using calculator, so I just show you. So all I need to do is 4 times 100 square times a half, or 0.5, add, because it's pi and pi, I can just add 10 square. So which give me 300, but 300 pi. Okay, so if I want to write in decimal form, so I can also write like 4 times pi times 10 square times 0.5 or times a half, doesn't matter, add pi, shift pi times 10 square. So which give me 942.5. Let's say correct to one decimal place. Okay, so 942.5. So 942.5 square centimeters. See, we can check it as well. So let's say I have 300 pi here, so go 300 shift pi equal, there you go, 942.5. Can you please try this one? Find the surface area of this half of sphere or hemisphere, correct to one decimal place. See if you can. We know that the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. And we only need half of it, so therefore we times by a half. That will give me all the curves around it. And then we need to add the area of the circle, so which is the top bit, so which is at pi r square. So I can simplify half of 4 is give me 2, So give me 2 pi r square at pi r square. So we can just collect like term. 2 lots of pi r square and another pi r square is 3 pi r square. So now I can just substitute the value in. So which is 3 pi times 12 square. So 12 square is 144 times 3, which give me 432. So which is pi. So this is exact. Okay, this is exact or in term of pi. But we want 1 decimal place. So you can just put in a calculator. So which give me 1357.2 square centimeters. Please pause the video and try to find the surface area of this hemisphere correct to 1 decimal place. We know that the diameter D is 16, so therefore the radius of this is half of 16, which is 8. So now surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. But then it's only half of a sphere, so which is times by half. So which give me the area around the curve. Then I need to add the circle as well, of course. So which is area of circle is pi r square. Then I simplify this. 4 and half of 4 is 2. So which is 2 pi r square at another pi r square. So 2 pi r square and 1 more, so which is 3 pi r square. Now I can just simply substitute the radius in. So 3 pi times 8 square. So I put in a calculator, which give me 603.185 and so on, because we want to write in 1 decimal place, so which is up to 0.1. But before we write 0.1, because 8 is more than halfway, of course, we add 1 to 1. So 03.2. And do not forget the unit, so which is square centimeters. Thank you so much for watching.